Hey gang, I feel like I've been really inconsistent with posting videos on YouTube. And I don't know how much it seems like that because I feel like I've been pretty good at getting a video up most weeks. But I don't know, I feel like I've not really connected with you in a long time. Like there's so many new things going on and yeah, I just feel like I haven't done like a chatty video in a while, and I'm not really doing that today either. I am actually it's a work day for me. I'm going into work this afternoon, but before I go into work, I just wanted to show you some updates. I was going to go around my plants anyway and just kind of check in with all the exciting things that are going on. And I thought I'm going to film this, and then I got a video. So yeah, I guess I'm just going to go around my collection, check in with all the exciting things, show you all the exciting things. I have got some repots and stuff that I want to do, and some planty chores videos that I've got planned to film. Some of you will know that I was burnt out. I'm still coming out of burnout, and I was off sick for a bit, and I'm now back in work. I'm back in work full time, and I think that's just been part of it. I'm really happy to be back in work. Things have changed there, and it feels really good, but I'm still kind of adjusting and settling back into that new routine. It's still a lot for me to be processing, and at the end of every day I'm utterly exhausted. And my weekends, I'm exhausted at the weekends as well, but I've also been busy doing things, and I just haven't been able to prioritize filming for YouTube and doing repots and things like that. So there's lots of things that need to be done in my collection, and I'm hoping that over the next few weekends, and maybe after work or before work on Fridays, I can get going with all of those things again. So let's just go and look at the plants. Okay, so just kind of starting off with my monstera constellation. I do actually really want to repot this. It's one of the repots that I wanted to do, but I wanted to show you the new leaf that's popped out. It's really, really, really beautiful. It hasn't got any of the, I've forgotten the word. It's not fenestration, is it? Hasn't got any of the holes, but I still love it. And there seems to be a bit of a pattern with this monstera. All of the leaves on the left, on the right, will give me the holes, and then the leaves that come out onto the left of the stem do not give me holes. But it's beautiful. It's really, really beautiful with this big kind of creamy section and just all the splatterings. I really do love my Thai constellation. So that was the first update I wanted to give you. So ignore all of the randomly placed items, but I wanted to show you my string of hearts. No, not string of hearts, string of pearls, because I potted it in this little I think it's supposed to be a tea light holder. But I potted it into this little ghost, and I freaking love how that looks. It makes me so happy. I have started putting out a couple of little Halloween-y bits, and I'm really, really loving the vibe. Next I wanted to show my Anthurium verde's new leaf. So this is the old leaf, completely pointing in the wrong direction, but look at the new leaf. Let me just move the grow light out of the way. How stunning is that? It is so red. So red. With the grow light on, to be honest, does it even capture the red? I don't know if it does. It's so beautiful. Let me bring it over to some daylight. Hang on. Ooh. So this is it right in front of the window. How stunning is that? I really love this anthurium. It always gives me such gorgeous leaves. This is the back of it. Isn't it beautiful? What's really funny is that I can't remember what the plant's called, but I'll show you it in a minute. There's loads of little seeds growing in here from a plant that it was sat next to. That it's the kind of plant that shoots its seeds out, but how funny is that they're growing in there? But yeah, that's my Anthurium verde, Magnificum verde. and its new leaf. So pretty. So my Alocasia Frydek, my variegated one, is doing quite well. The spider mite sachets are done now. They're not releasing any of the predatory mites anymore. But I haven't seen any active spider mites on it. I think I am going to get like a replacement, like just another round of them, just to like doubly nip it in the bud. But look at that new leaf. Isn't that stunning? I really, really, really like the variegation that's showing up on that new leaf. It's so pretty. And while we're in this area, oh, not focused, the Thai constellation that I got for free from Plants for All Seasons in that order is working on another new leaf here, which is very exciting. Such a cool Thai constellation. So just moving on to the windowsill, I think my Pinguicula cyclose sector is going to bloom. Can you see that little purple doodad just there? I reckon that's going to be a bloom. I'm really excited about it. And my Stapeliad, which is next to it here, is, I mean, it's a trooper when it comes to blooming. Like there's one there, one in there, one there. There's one that's going to start just here. There's another, like that bloom in the middle has another bloom starting on top of it. It's kind of wild. But I really, really like it. It's not focusing. Come on, focus. Look at that. Isn't it such a weird texture? If we had the technology for you to be able to smell through the camera, you would be able to smell a very subtle, unpleasant scent, because that is what these smell like. A little bit grim. Okay, so moving on to the shelves in the cabinet, some of these sections have been like rearranged and look quite nice. Some of them look like way less nice, and like just bear with, because I'm not happy with how everything looks on here, and some of it looks ridiculous, but this is what we're working with right now. So to start with, my Hoya Polyneura, my green one, is actually going to bloom for me. It has kind of tried pushing peduncles a couple of times before, but they've never really got past like that stage. But there are a couple, if I can find, there was definitely more than just that one. Where are the others? Oh, seriously. There was definitely another vine that had a bigger peduncle on it, or umbel, or whatever phase we're at now, but I'm really excited. It's doing so well. Guys, I've fallen down a bit of a Hoya rabbit hole, I'm not gonna lie. The compactor lower, I can't remember how you pronounce it, that I got from Plants for All Seasons is actually doing well. Like this section here is new. So like this set of leaves have all grown in my care. Like it's definitely growing much faster than I thought it was going to. So that's quite exciting. Christ, I've got so much to update you in the Hoya department. I now have a Hoya manipurensis, and there's this one here as well. I got these off of eBay or Etsy, I can't remember which, but very excited to have those. Is this? I think this is the Soligamiana and not the Sulawesiana. But this one is doing really, really well. This is one that I got from Plants for All Seasons as well. Sorry about the wobbly camera today. These two new leaves have been coming out, and this one is getting so long and it's still quite floppy. I'm so excited. Also, how stinking cute is this little ghost clip? It's actually a hair clip, but I thought that would be perfect for clipping Hoyas onto trellises. I also have a little bat. How cute. So yeah, that one's doing amazing. This guy that I got from Grow Tropicals is doing amazing. This is a very thin leafed Hoya, so it's much thirstier than I'm used to Hoyas being, but it is growing quite well. I have my Hoya rotundifolia, also doing really well, lots of new growth there. I picked up, there's too many leaves in the way. I picked up this little Botonier Af, or Af Botonio, whatever the way around it is, recently, and I love how fuzzy the leaves are. My Hoya erythrina back here, oh sorry, flashy lights, is doing really well. My only bugbear is that it has these two stems that are completely bare with the main leaves down here, and then there's a bunch of them at the top of the trellis. But it's growing and it's happy, so that's good. I can't ask for much more, can I? If we move down to the Hoyas at the bottom of the cabinet, my sister-in-law got me this dinosaur planter for my birthday, and I need to figure out what plant I want to put in it because I don't know. But my variegated Polynera is doing really well. They're all doing really well, and like these two, sorry, really wobbly camera skills today. Hang on, is it better with this light on or off? Is it better on? I don't know. This one and this one are the ones that I got from Claire, Plant Haven, at one of the plant swaps. My Wilbur Graves is doing really well. It's pushed out, so it came with the bottom two leaves, and it's pushed out this one and that one and these two. And then this latifolia is currently still working on this massive leaf, and I am in love. How stunning is that? I've turned these lights off just because some of the growth was coming in not as dark as I like it. I mean, this section's okay, but like the Polynera, hang on, let me see if I can pull her out. So look, the variegated Polynera, like the leaves at the end that it came with are darker than the ones that it's grown in my care. Like they're kind of a lime green, and I would prefer it to be the darker leaves, so I figured it was getting too much light, which is why I've turned off those grow lights. Whilst I'm down here in the cabinet, these are all the anthurium, like my seedlings slash just small anthurium, how they're all doing. I'm not going to talk about them all like individually, I don't think. I am going to be doing my anthurium collection video very soon, so stick around if you're interested in having like more thorough updates and knowing exactly who each of these are. I've just had to open the window because I was getting a little bit warm, so I'm sorry if you can hear the kind of commotion outside. I am using my mic, so hopefully it's blocking out a fair bit of the noise. This is my Anthurium Friedrichsdalii, and it's currently working on this leaf here, which is already quite long and it's still very, very floppy. So I'm very excited to see how long that one gets. And speaking of pendant anthuriums, my Anthurium pallidiflorum, which I have here, is also currently working on a new leaf just here. I added the little flower bead before the leaf like came out properly so that it could stay there. I did that with the Friedrichsdalii too. So it's got a little decoration on it forever. Whilst we're in this little section, this, what is it called? Jatropha podrica? This caudex, like, look at these roots. How weird are these roots? They make me feel a bit funny, and I don't know why it's only coming out one side. What else can I update you on in here? I've kind of made this shelf, oh, leaves, a little bit of a Hoya shelf. Nope, not a Hoya shelf, an orchid shelf. I'm really having a little bit of a moment for orchids. It was all prompted by the Restrepia here with its blooms. Like this is, I mean, this one's closing now, but I think this is the 5th bloom that it's put out for me, and I'm obsessed. I'm really just enjoying all of the different orchids in my collection, and I've actually got well, a basket full from Ecogenera. Like I've not quite hit checkout yet, but they're all just sat there waiting. I'm really, really enjoying having these little orchids in my collection. I really, really love them. How cute. This one's nearly on its way out for its bloom, but this section, like all of these were once blooms. I love it so much. Oh, another Hoya update. So my linearis here. So it used to hang in my south-facing windows, and every year it bloomed when it was hung in my south-facing windows. And since moving it over to the shelves, so I think it's been 2 years now, it hasn't bloomed. But I noticed the other day that we have got some peduncles. Oh, this yellow one's not gonna, that yellow is a blasted peduncle. That's not gonna do anything, but this one's green. So this one will grow. I think there was some others. Yep, there's one down here. So that's really exciting. I'd kind of accepted, I don't know if there's any others. I'd kind of accepted that it wouldn't bloom because it wasn't in the south facing window, but it seems to be kind of getting over that now. And it is putting out some blooms for me. So I'm really excited. They have such a subtle citrusy smell. It's really delicate and lovely. And it's just nice to know that it's happy again. So yeah, that's my linearis. Oh, this was the plant that I was on about. Oh, it really doesn't like having to focus. This is the plant that I was on about that shot its seeds out into my Magnificum Verde. What is it called? Biophytum sensitivum. I'm very sorry about the flashing lights. My monstera aurea from Root Greenhouse has pushed out this little growth point, which I think it's kind of hard to tell, isn't it? But it's not focusing on it very well. I think it is like half and half variegated. Can you see that? I'm really sorry about the flickering. Like it's definitely two different colours, isn't it? How cool is that? First little growth point. And my anthurium pterodactyl, this one that I got from Root Greenhouse, has pushed out this new leaf, which I'm not sure, because I know they can grow into a really unusual shape, can't they? I don't know if this little pinched bit is part of that unusual shape, or if, I don't know, it got a little bit stuck at some point, but I'm really enjoying it. So we're now in the plant room, which I really want to do a tour of for you guys, but I do really struggle with keeping this room tidy, like the floor space floor space tidy. That's definitely part of my ADHD profile. It's definitely like a doom room for me. I just really struggle. I can tidy it up every week from a kind of mountain on the floor. So I need to find a better kind of way of managing the stuff that gets put in this room, and then I will do a proper tour. But it's a bit of a struggle room, but there are some really cool things going on with the plants. So these plants are kept on a sideboard, and I have got these lights up here, which are obviously the flickery ones. So I'm sorry, I'm hoping that they'll stop soon, but I just wanted to show my Stop. Why does it struggle so much? Okay, I've just turned one of them off. My anthurium rugulosum is pushing out a new leaf down here. Seems quite happy. So this is my Rhaphidophora Fera minifera that I got from Grow Tropicals ages ago, and it pushed out this leaf here, which has got a bit of sport variegation, which I'm quite excited about, and it is starting to work on its next new leaf. It's quite a good grower, this one. I wanted to show you that anthurium leaf. Ooh, oh fuck. Yep, okay, I'm not even going to show you what I just stood on. I literally just stood on a plant. Soil everywhere. So this new leaf is attached to this guy. This is an anthurium papilolaminum. Was sold to me from an Indonesian seller as a pure papilolaminum. I don't know if it is or if it isn't, but this new leaf, I mean, I think I'm not going to, am I going to be able to pick this up? Oh my god. Don't drop it, don't drop it. Yeah, I was right. So this new leaf, oh my god. Hang on, turn it around. So this new leaf looks redder from the back than it does from the front. But it does push out. Like they're really, when they're kind of much smaller, when they're still quite new, it's a really dark red purpley colour. But I really, really love this anthurium. I think it's so pretty. Really, really pretty. Look at that. It's not focused, is it? Oh. Look at that. So pretty. I don't know what this little thing is up in that corner. Don't really know. But such a pretty anthurium. Whilst we're on the topic of anthurium, this was another anthurium that was sent to me by an Indonesian seller that was supposed to be a pure papilolaminum, but I mean, looks really, really different. At one point, the leaves on this were like semi-fused, so I thought maybe it had forgetii in it, but the sinus has unfused itself. But look at how ridiculous this new leaf is growing. Like, what is going on? It like came out and was quite normal. It just like face planted the like thrip sachet. It's like quite, it's not like it's floppy, it's rigid, but I don't understand. And what's even more interesting that I don't think you'll be able to tell is that the petiole is now like angular, like it's got the sides on it, whereas this one is just perfectly smooth. It's like it's suddenly been hybridized with like a magnificum or I don't know, a sagittatum or something. Like it's got that kind of squarish petiole. But yeah, I don't really know what's going on with that. This is that Althana triplinervia caudex, which it's grown so many leaves. They're a bit floppy. They probably need a drink. And it's also got these little balls on it, which I don't know if they're going to be flowers or not, but that's quite cool. This is where, ooh, flashy lights. Is it going to stop? I don't think it's going to stop. Sorry. This is where all my caudex are kind of hanging out at the moment, and my cactus and succulents. Some are dying, some are dead. Not great. I got this hoya cutting very recently. The leaves are actually growing upside down. The seller said that the vine had like fallen down the side of the cabinet that the plant was on, and the leaves had twisted up towards the light, so they are upside down. But it is the hoya carrii. Hang on. The hoya carrii? God, it's so hard to show you. I don't think I can get like closer to the light because it makes it fuzzy. I love. It's almost like, it's like a it's kind of velvety, it's not really, but it has that velvety sheen. It's like an anthurium, but in a hoya. How stunning. I'm so excited to have like a really, good big plant of that. This is the Sulawesiana, I think, if I haven't got them muddled. But that new leaf there, this one here, that's grown in my care. Very excited about that one. God, look how bad my Philodendron mayoi looks. God. Okay, I've got no idea how long this video is, but we're basically at the end now. I just want to show you one more plant. I am now the owner of an Alocasia scalprum. Of course, I saw this plant for the first time on Charmaine and Alice's YouTubes, And I remember thinking like it looked like a really cool alocasia, but alocasia haven't ever really been my vibe. But the more I kind of saw it, the more I was like, it's really actually quite cool. Like this is quite a green one from my understanding. They can be really, really black with really purpley undersides. And the more I saw it online, the more I kind of thought like if I ever had the chance, I might pick it up. And I had the chance. So I actually picked this up from B&Q, which is, I suppose, like the UK's version of a big box store. It was £10. It's labelled correctly and everything. Alocasia scalprum. And yeah, I'm really, really intrigued to see how it grows. What I did notice is, so this one's got 2 plants in it, but there was one pot that had 3 plants in it. This one that had 2, and then the rest of them had 1 plant in it. So if you're in the UK and you're going out to have a little look in your local B&Q, check the pots. I did consider getting the one with 3 plants in it, but the plants themselves were just a lot more beat up, and this one looked like the happiest and healthiest of them all. It's got these new leaves coming in, this one on this plant, and then there's this one here. And yeah, I was really surprised by how thick it is. Like, it's so, so thick. Like, can you hear the thickness? I don't know, but it's really, really thick. I'm intrigued to see how it grows and a little bit scared because we know that I don't really get on with alocasias. I thought I might just show you the Verde again. So this is its previous leaf. It's such a good big size, but they always come out looking like they've had an argument. I've never been able to grow a Verde that has like, oh, look at that, 2 front facing leaves. How cute. That could be a good thumbnail. But yeah, look at that. How stunning. It's so pretty, isn't it? I'm such a fan. But yeah, I'm actually hoping to edit this video before I go to work and get it like posted up this evening for you, but we will see. So I'm going to log off. I hope you're looking after yourselves. Thank you so much for watching. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.